So before you start reading your document, home front during World War II, we're going to be breaking down the vocabulary. So here are some of the vocab terms that you selected that were pretty difficult for you to understand. You highlighted them. So on this board, it's relevance, reliability, bias, restricted, produce, and forefront. So we're going to do a vocab square. Don't write anything down in your notebook yet, just look what each quadrant represents. So on the top left side, you're going to put the vocab word. So I put primary source. The bottom left-hand corner, you're going to use a dictionary and define primary source. In the top right corner, you're going to draw an image of the word. So for primary source, you use the definition to help you. So an artifact, document, diary, or other source of information that was created at the time. So you could draw a book or a journal entry. Up to you. And then at the bottom, you're gonna relate the word, for instance, primary source, to something you do in your own life connecting with the term. So, do you write a journal at home or a diary or take pictures?
In school, in the class?
In any class, like on your free time or any class?
No.
No, I know you like to draw, right? You like to draw cars or something like that, kinda. So you know that it's an artifact or a document. So let's say your drawings that you create today, don't laugh at my car, of your car, 100 years from now, people are gonna be looking at that document, right? It's pretty funny. At your drawing, and that's gonna be a primary source to today. So when people look up, oh, what were teenagers doing on their free time in 2019, 100 years from now? This kid liked to draw cars. That's a primary source. Okay, so we could work on relevance, reliability, or any of the 6 together. You can choose which one do you want to work together.
Like.
So you're gonna pick a word, so we could work it out together. So when you go on your own, you're gonna know how to create this chart. So from any of these words: relevance, reliability, bias, restricted, produce, or forefront.
Bias.
Bias? Okay, so we're gonna do bias. So in your, make sure you have the outside as well, the box.
Okay.
Yes. So good job. Okay, so I want you to write vocab word on your top left square. And then since we chose bias, write bias. Bias. Then since you wrote it next to the word, just underline it. Underline bias. Okay, so now I want you to use your cell phone to look up the definition for bias. Did you find it?
Yes.
Okay, so now on the bottom left corner, write definition on top. Okay, and then I want you to write the definition from the internet.
The first one, right?
Yes, number 1. So you can write it underneath or on the side, how you were doing.
Okay.
Okay, can you read the sentence for me, please?
Which one?
The definition. Can you read it from your book or on there?
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Prejudice. Prejudice.
Prejudice. Prejudice in favor of or against or thing or person or group compared with another, usually in I would consider it to be unfair.
Okay. So bias is basically, since I work at Lancaster High School, I say this is the best high school ever. Because I work here. That's a biased opinion. Because I don't work at the other schools. Your favorite baseball team's the Angels, right?
Mm.
So you can say, the team that's going to win the World Series this year is going to be the Angels, but that's your opinion because you like that team. Do you need more clarification for bias? No? So now I want you on the top right corner to draw an image related to bias, being biased. You draw people, you can draw a trophy with the Angels World Series trophy.
Wait, let me see.
You can say Puerto Rican food is the best, draw some meaning Puerto Rican food, this is the best food ever. Because you're Puerto Rican. You say eating 2020? Not this year? Next year they're gonna win it? Okay, great job. Now for the last box, you're gonna have to use bias in a sentence. How do you use that? How does it relate to you in life? So are you biased about anything? It's write out a sentence.
Wait, how?
So something you do in your life connecting with the term. So something that you do. So remember for primary source, I drew a card, but you don't have to draw it. Not the card, whoa, sorry about that. Didn't need the card, the journal. So remember I told you, you draw a card, 100 years from now people are gonna be looking at files from Lancaster High School, and they're gonna say, okay, so what did kids produce during this time? And they're gonna say, so-and-so drew a card for one of their courses, but that's a primary source because you made it. But that's the definition for primary source. But for bias, you can use, are you biased against anything? Using a sentence.
I don't get it.
You don't get bias? So,
Like, related?
something,
With my life?
yeah. Well, you just said the Angels were going to win the World Series in 2020. You could write that.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So it's your own opinions, but what your life influences that opinion.
Okay. So, I can write like, I think the World War III is gonna start on Puerto Rico and that stuff, or something like that.
You can, because you're Puerto Rican and you feel a connection with the homeland, with your homeland. So that's a biased opinion, because other people have different opinions about that. When that war's going to start.
So, that's a sentence. Right?
Yeah, you can say, but you have to use bias. My biased opinion, you can start off like that, is that World War, so forth.
Right.
Can you read it to me, please?
My bias opinion is that the Angels are gonna be the champions next year.
Nice, perfect. Okay, so now you understand the making of this vocab square. For the next ones, from now 1 through 5, you can do it on your own. And if you need help, I'm here to help you. But this is all done before we're going to start reading the document. Sounds
Okay.
good? All right.